Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back on day 11 of the 12 Days of Christmas with my review of All the Creatures Were Stirring. All the Creatures Were Stirring is a 2018 Christmas horror anthology film. I hadn't watched this since it was first released, and I have to say, I forgot how much I enjoy this one. For the most part, it's a consistent horror anthology. The wraparound story follows two people who are out on a first date on Christmas Eve. They are seeing a stage show at a theater called All the Creatures Were Stirring. It is through these stage performances that we are introduced to each segment. Of course, while the two on the date are seeing the stage performers, we as the viewers get to see the actual segments like in any other anthology. The first is titled The Stockings Were Hung. Jocelyn Donahue from The House of the Devil plays in this one. It's set at an office Christmas party where the employees are participating in a gift exchange or Yankee swap. At first, they are annoyed that they even have to stay after work for it, because they want to get home for Christmas. But their holiday is about to get much, much worse when they receive a mysterious phone call. Someone on the other line says, "I can't wait to watch you all die." He then instructs them to take turns opening the gifts. Some are safe, but some are deadly. If they refuse to play his game, he will release toxic gas through the vents. They have 10 minutes to play, or they'll die. Of course, some of them will die anyway, depending on which present they open. Segment 2 is titled Dash Away All. I remembered this being my favorite segment when I watched this the first time, and rewatching it now confirmed it. A guy named Eric was doing some last-minute Christmas shopping at a department store. He finishes up just as the store closes and heads home where his parents should be joining his wife and his kids for the holiday. But when Eric mistakenly locks his keys and his cell phone in his car, he finds himself stranded in the parking lot. Fortunately for Eric, two young women in a van allow him to use their phone to call for roadside assistance and to call his wife. Unfortunately for Eric, they are also keeping a very dark secret. I can't say any more without spoiling this, but I will say Dash Away All is genuinely scary. Like I said, it's my favorite segment in the anthology. All Through the House is up next and features a grumpy guy named Chet on Christmas Eve. He hates Christmas, he hates kids, and he's just an all-around jerk. He defaces his neighbor's light-up Santa blow mold, and he refuses to donate to charity. But on this Christmas Eve, Chet will be forced to face his inner demons, and real-life demons. Demons with glowing eyes, who have invaded his home. The next segment in All the Creatures Were Stirring is titled Arose Such a Clatter. A guy, literally named Guy, hits one of Santa's reindeer on his way home. Blitzen, to be specific. Using a rock, he puts him out of his misery and returns on his way. Now, Santa's other reindeers have followed Guy home. It'll be an eye for an eye, or a kill for a kill, on Christmas Eve. In a Twinkling is up next, and this is very reminiscent of a Twilight Zone episode. Most of this segment is even in black and white. A guy named Steve spends Christmas Eve alone for a very specific reason. But when his girlfriend Gabby shows up at his house anyway, she'll find out why. There's a fantastic jump scare moment in this one, and it has a great ending too. Like I said, In a Twinkling has a lot of heart. Finally, the movie wraps up with And to All a Good Night. Fittingly, this one turns the wraparound into a segment of its own, and that's all I'll say. If you're a fan of horror anthology films, chances are you'll enjoy All the Creatures Were Stirring. If you're a fan of Christmas horror as well, I can almost guarantee it. I won't though, I don't want to gatekeep. I personally have a lot of fun with it, and like most anthologies, there are some segments that are more memorable than others. Dash Away All, for example, has always stuck with me. By the way, the slipcover on this DVD is shiny and embossed. Have you seen All the Creatures Were Stirring? If so, which segment is your favorite? Comment below and let me know. There's only one day left of the 12 Days of Christmas 2023. What will I review? Check back to see. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.